Hi, it's Charlie McCann from Stan James. Welcome you to a preview of the Arc de Triomphe from Longchamp on the first Sunday in October. Sees the Stars is our 5-4 favourite, and he's got the best form in the race. The Derby winner, of course, has been on the go since the Stan James.com 2,000 guineas back in the spring. He's put up as good a performance as any. All his Group 1 wins as a 3-year-old in the Irish Champion Stakes, but can he maintain? It's been on the go, as I say, since the spring, since the early spring, to be prepared for the Guineas in May, and as a result, I think at that price, I think we can overlook him. It may be folly, let's get it right, that he's the best horse in the race and he could easily win with his head in his chest. However, at 5-4, and the French, there's an awful lot of French horses who've been given a typical French preparation. They go on the Prix and the French Derby, and then they have this mid-season break, so they don't run in the legs of the King George or the Eclipse and things like that, and they're put away for Arc Trials. They will be fresh, they will be ready to do battle. We'll see the Stars. Will his star be on the wane at Paris in October? Conduit is the third favourite. He's probably the best of the older horses, that and Dar-E-Mi. Conduit won the King George, of course, in midsummer. He'll appreciate the return to 12 furlongs. Remember, he was well beaten in the Eclipse, by See the Stars. The 12 furlongs is really down Conduit Street. He's never ever struck me as an Arc win. He's lacked that class. That St Ledger win was good. Fame and Glory, another 3-year-old. I can't have him, I must say, at any price. He's the second favourite at 5-1. I don't think the ground's going to come right. I thought he was well put in his place by See the Stars in the Irish Champion at Leopardstown. I didn't think that Irish Derby was great form either, so he is easily overlooked. Let's look at the French, and remember they've won 5 of the last 6 runnings of the Arc. I think Cavalryman is a very, very interesting one. André Fabre, the trainer, great trainer, has won the Arc 7 times. He's won the Prix and the Arc double 5 of the last 10 years. And when you think Qantas Leber as well finished second in the Prix before winning the Arc in record time in 1997, I think we've got to look at the Niel and particularly the André Fabre runner Cavalryman. It's got to be supplemented. I'm sure he will be. Frankie only just got up on the line, and Fabre's come and said, yeah, the horse is very, very good, but he lacks the class of a See the Stars. He may lack the class of a See the Stars, but he's been given a typical French preparation, and he will improve from that Prix to Longchamp, to the Arc itself. And I think at 7-1, betting without the favourite, betting without See the Stars, I think he represents the Valley. I really don't think on the day. I think the Cavalryman only just be Bechterham, and again you can see their point of view, but the form before that in the Grand Prix de Paris has been augmented when you think that Mastery was such a good winner of the St Ledger. I thought the 2 Godolphin horses pulled clear, and I'm a big fan of Kitewood. Dar-E-Mi, fascinating horse. Remember, she only finished 2 lengths behind the Great Zakava in the Prix Vermeil last year. No horse had won the Prix Vermeil and then went on to win the Arc since 3 Troikas in 1979 before Zakava did it this year. Star Salita, she was supposed to be the new second coming, the new Zakava. Well, she was lucky to get her. She was well beaten. She was beaten fair and square by Dar-E-Mi in the Prix Vermeil this year, but again she will improve. Dar-E-Mi, I thought, though, she's into 14-1 with ourselves at Stan James. I was quite taken with her, but I don't really think giving the weight away to the younger generation. So it will be Cavalryman for me, 7-1 without See the Stars. I think we all want to see the Stars win the race, but at 5-4, and indeed it may go off even shorter if the ground is, as they say, is going to be good or fast in the Arc. It's one of the world's greatest races. Okay, the Japan Cup now is the most valuable turf race in the world, but for me, for somebody who's been brought up on the Dancing Braves of this world, this is the biggest race, the biggest turf race in the world. And I think Cavalryman 7-1 with Stan James without the favourite is the one to beat.